Welcome to another episode of Solitaire Quest. And this is my review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I'm the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah. So yeah, I've been spacing out my Star Wars reviews because, well, yeah. I really the death of Star Wars, bit sore, just a teeny bit sore about it. So like, yeah, reviewing Star Wars content, it, it's it's an it fucking irks me. It fucking irks me. Yeah, no, going through. Mm, no, yeah, I'm just working through this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is The Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Jar Jar's attempt to make this is Jar Jar Abrams' attempt at making a movie that is more watchable than The Last Jedi. Which, yeah, it's less egregious than The Last Jedi, but more just about as stupid. Just about as fucking retarded as it is as The Last Jedi. So yeah, first and foremost, yeah, rip off of Dark Empire. Yeah, they ripped off Dark Empire. They ripped off the return of fucking Palpatine. They of course did some changes and whatnot. If Palpatine had come back into a clone body, you would have definitely you definitely would have had some. It definitely would be more clear that they're ripping off Dark Empire, but yeah. So yeah, we got right in the beginning of this movie, we got Kylo Ren village murder calisthenics. I personally think this guy goes around planet to planet for workout to just randomly kill villagers. I personally think that's how he works out some shit. He just goes to a planet, kills a bunch of villagers. You know, when his granddaddy killed a bunch of villagers, it was for a it was for a fucking purpose. But no, you got Kylo Ren here, just fucking randomly killing villagers. Yeah. I guess that sort of diminishes that. So yeah, we got and he finds a wayfinder, but not a Sith holocron. Yeah, I noticed how the wayfinder was sort of somewhat shaped like a Sith holocron. Like Sith holocrons, they're triangular, you know, similar to the wayfinder. So you had that. And then you have this huge ass ancient Sith temple. And Palpatine is back and he's somewhat legit scary. You know, that's the one thing this movie does right is that it makes Palpatine legitimately scary. I mean, yeah, you got him in like a decaying body. He's got cybernetics directly shoved into him to keep him alive. And yeah, and for some reason Palpatine's not in a clone body because yeah, I would think if your body is decaying like Palpatine's body is, you'd want something that can stay at least you'd want something you would want something a little bit more mobile, you know? And yeah. And yeah, the re we got we got the reuse of the Star Destroyer asset from Rogue One in this movie to be the new Zeistin class Star Destroyer, which yeah, get into that later. But yeah, they're reusing the old asset. No attempt to make a new ship. And yeah, we got Palpatine offering everything to Kylo Ren. Everything to Kylo Ren. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the guy. You got Palpatine, a guy who literally wants to be immortal. He literally wants to be like the immortal ruler at the throne on top. You literally have him offering everything to Kylo Ren. And yeah, Palpatine knows that Kylo Ren killed Snoke, a fucking clone that Palpatine created. But yeah, I would think Palpatine would see Kylo Ren as a fucking as a would-be usurper to the throne, but I don't know. So anyway, out of that scene, we go to a random floating fucking iceberg in outer space because why not? And we got Poe and Finn in the Falcon, and yeah, they're actually fun when they're not bogged down by Mary Ray Sue. You know, Oscar Isaac and who's the fuck the guy who plays Finn. Fuck. Oh, I forget his name. Damn it to hell and back. Damn it. Ah, what is his name? Oh, God damn it to hell. God, what? Oh, this is gonna bug me. Anyway, yeah, you got Poe and Finn. They got good character dynamics. And yeah, and we got hyperspace micro jumps. Okay. Just randomly going from one locale to another. I would think that doing that would be fucking dangerous as all hell. Which it was. Not really economical to the hyperdrive. And yeah, we have TIE fighters with hyperdrives. Okay. The whole point of a TIE fighter is that it is a cheaper fighter craft to make. It doesn't have it doesn't have internal atmospheric processors inside it. Doesn't have internal atmospheric processors. You gotta wear a spacesuit to fly the fighter, and it's not built. It's got solar panels on its sides to collect solar power. And yeah, it's not built with a hyperdrive, so the fighter can be cheap to make, and maybe easy to fly. Definitely cheap to make. But yeah, the whole no, yeah, the TIE. I haven't like the TIE fighters. I haven't really gotten into the TIE fighters. Them having two pilots. I didn't get into the TIE fighters before. About them having two pilots. About them having a whole host of weapon suites. But yeah. No, yeah, the ties with hyperdrive just it fucking negates the purpose of a TIE fighter. Now, these TIE fighters, they could be a special squadron or of some sort. They could be a special squad of fighter pilots, but yeah, typically typically what hap so if you're a top fighter, if you're a top fighter pilot in the Empire, if you're one of the best, that you would be given you'd be assigned to a special squad, and you'd be given a TIE advanced fighter craft, something similar to what Darth Vader flew in A New Hope, something like that. That's the purpose of specialty TIE designs. Now the TIE Interceptor, it's supposed to be a replacement to the TIE Fighter, as in response to like the Rebels X-wing and whatnot. The Interceptor is supposed to be a replacement to the TIE Fighter. So yeah, just some facts I fucking know. But yeah, we got Mary Ray Sue's training course, which yeah, you got to Mary Sue having to do training, which is fucking hilarious. And you got a tree randomly falling on BB-8. Okay, and then BB-8 gets dinged. I actually like the concept of BB-8. I like that design of droid. You know, I like that design concept. It's the next evolution. It's the next evolution in the astromech droid design. You know, I like it. One that's some of the things. That's like one of the things. Yeah, one of the some of the things I think they got right. You know, BB-8's design as the next evolution in the astromech droid. But yeah. And yeah, we got Carrie Fisher in this. And there's the idea that there's enough surplus scenes from The Last Jedi for her to be in this movie. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Why are there if there is enough scenes from The Last Jedi, there is enough scenes that they could have Carrie Fisher back in this movie again. Like, how much money did they blow on The Last Jedi for like all these cut scenes and just in reshoots in general? How much time was wasted? How many reshoots were there? How many script changes were there on the fly? You know? 'Cause yeah. And what else did I wrote here? Yeah. And yeah, Mary Ray has the books. She has the book. She's got the book that specifically talks about the yeah. Mary Ray's got the book exactly that talks about Exegol and the Wayfinder. Apparently, Luke Skywalker was trying to find Exegol, but yeah, don't know when he had the time to do that. And yeah, we have Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren, which I would think they would all be I would think they'd all have lightsabers or something, you know. And yeah, we got a random festival, and yeah, got random festival happening. Rey gets some beads and doesn't show her titties. Shame, you know. Yeah, if someone gives you some beads, you show your titties. That's the rule. That's the rule, especially during Mardi Gras. And we got Kylo Ren communicating with Mary Ray. And yeah, it's the thing of beads around Mary Ray's neck. That's the clue to where they are. And yeah, I guess Lando is randomly in this system. I guess he was close and he just decided to stop by. And yeah, we have we have the spaceship that was left in the desert for like 30 years or something like that, or some years like that. It was just randomly left in the desert. And yeah, I call BS on that. How come that spaceship isn't up on cinder blocks at this point? Well, how come no one has just stripped it bare? Or literally flew it away because it was still fucking functional? How come no one has done that? It's a spaceship. It's fully functional. How come no scavengers? How come there are no scavengers there who literally flew the ship away for and decided to sell it for money or something like that? I call bullshit. And we got the sinking sand. And why did that stop Mary Ray at the time? I mean, yeah, you've sold you Mary Ray Sue has been sold up to the hill. Her power is up to 11. So why is her and her group sinking into the sinking sands? And yeah, and we got C3PO. He's programmed. He has the Sith language in his data banks, but for some reason he's been forbidden to translate the information. So why does he even have that? So why is he even programmed with that language into his database? Why is it even programmed into him? It's like, why would you explicitly program a forbidden language into a droid that's sole purpose is to translate stuff? Okay. Yeah. If you don't want things to be translated in this language, then don't program your droids to do that. And yeah, we got we got Mary Ray. She has the ability to she has animal empathy powers, and she's able to heal the worm specifically. I wrote down, yeah, why do the Knights of Ren not have lightsabers? And yeah, the desert ship's still fully functional after being abandoned in the desert. Yeah, again, why is it not? Why? Well, why isn't it on cinder blocks at this point? Or not? Or why hasn't it been sold or something? Because everyone in the ship was able to turn it on. And yeah, we get Chewie getting captured. We got Mary Ray slow-mo cutting Kylo's fighter craft. And yeah, we got the idea that Chewie could have been killed like a bitch by Mary Ray. Sue. Okay. Yeah. When Chewie was killed in the EU, it took a goddamn fucking moon crashing into Chewie to kill Chewie. He went out like a goddamn fucking boss. Boss way to go out. Moon crashing right into you. Hell yeah. But no, we get this we got this fake death scene. Which, yeah, they subvert expectations with Chewie not getting killed. So I guess that's good that they didn't kill Chewie, but it just shows how they can't fucking commit. Just like fucking Jar Jar Abrams. He can't commit to a full fucking trilogy. But yeah. And yeah, there's smoke that literally trails behind the Knights of Ren's ship. There's literally smoke that trails behind it. Which, yeah. Again, for aesthetic purposes, cool, but if your ship is if smoke is trailing behind your ship, get that shit tested and figured out. Unless you're actually pouring smoke out of your engines on purpose. But yeah, you got smoke coming out of your engine, definitely fucking check that shit out. And yeah, the Knights of Ren ship just looks terrible. And yeah, I noticed we got women voices amongst the stormtroopers. Because yay, inclusion. I I I mean, yeah. Yeah, stormtroopers, when it came to stormtroopers, yeah, the reason the Empire the reason why the Empire chooses to hire men and whatnot is because they want physically fit they want the troopers to be physically fit in all categories, good upper body strength. They want prime specimens they want prime fighting warriors, something like that. So if you're recruiting women into your ranks like that, you're sort of you're somewhat you're putting a hard nerf there, you know, on your fighting force. I mean, yeah, women in military. You know, you know, yeah, when you have situations, when there are situations where it's like, where physical upper body strength isn't a factor, yeah, definitely military, women serving in military, sure, yeah, definitely. But frontline soldiers, you definitely want you definitely want the guys with the physical upper body strength, you know? I'm not I don't pretend to be an expert on these things. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There weren't a lot. I don't think there were a lot of chicks who were in SEAL Team 6 when they raided Bin Laden's compound, you know? I'm just saying, like, yeah, the stormtroopers are the fucking frontline soldiers. So, yeah, not trying to be sexist or anything, but yeah. And we got we got another Lady Daft Punk. This time, like in previous reviews, we got the Star Trek Discovery chick who is a cyborg. I call her Lady Daft Punk because if you were to add a lady member to Daft Punk, that's what she would look like. But now you have a more you got we got a Lady Daft Punk here who actually looks like Daft Punk, like she's got like a Daft Punk type mask or something. But yeah, pulls a gun on Poe, and then yeah, Lady Daft Punk agrees to help them after being thrown on the ground and having a lightsaber pulled on her. Uh, I I mean, yeah, definitely. If you're getting thrown on the ground, you got a lightsaber pulled on you. Yeah, I can definitely see you'd wanna that you would help the person. You'd comply with their demands. And then yeah, I wrote down yeah, the idea that C3PO could get erased in this movie. Because you know, there's always the jitting up, the doing this. What they're doing here is they're jitting up this. Jar Jar is doing is fucking ginning up the stakes. The show, the ser this movie isn't serious enough till people till characters get get killed. You know, they're ginning up the stakes. And then yeah, we got C3PO's eyes go red when he starts to translate the Sith dagger. Definitely misleading definitely misleading in the goddamn trailers. And yeah, we got storming Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer. That's a smart idea. And yeah, more women voices amongst the stormtroopers. Okay. Yeah. Definitely, this is a choice. To do this is definitely a choice. Identity politics and whatnot. Just this here, just for solely those reasons. And they get captured trying to rescue Chewie because, of course, Mary Ray wasn't directly with them. And we got a spatial lightsaber duel between spaces. And yeah, Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter, and Kylo Ren and Rey are a dyad in the Force, whatever fuck that means. I guess being a dyad in the Force explains shit. You got both Mary Ray and Kylo Ren are connected. So I guess like the reason why she beat him the first time is because she was literally copying off of Kylo Ren's skills this entire time. It wasn't Mary Ray's abilities naturally. It was just her being a drain or copying off of Kylo Ren's abilities to use the Force. And yeah, the idea of Palpatine having offspring. Okay, the idea of Palpatine having purposeful offspring. Okay, you have Palpatine. Any child that he's putting into a woman is gonna be immediately a threat to his power and his reign. He is a fucking dictator that wants to be. He is he he has the secrets to immortality. He has the methods and the ways to do it. He wants to be an immortal dictator. Any offspring he produces would have his power, would have the potential of power that he has. And he would see that person as a threat to his power. Or he would see that person would either be a tool. And if they can't be a useful tool under his rule, they're dead. I don't think I don't think Palpatine would chance his DNA getting out there. There's no way in goddamn hell he would fucking do that. There's no way in hell. No way in fresh hell he would fucking do that. God damn it. And yeah, moving on, we got Hux getting killed. Which, yeah, I guess. We get him, he gets killed by General Pride, who's played by Richard E. Grant. Which, yeah. And yeah, you got Endor, but they don't show any Ewoks. And you have the wrecked, ruined remains of the Death Star 2. Now, when the Death Star 2 exploded, definitely there were going to be large chunks of Death Star 2 floating around in space. But, yeah. Why didn't the rebels clean that shit up before it fell on Endor? And yeah, we got more stormtroopers that mutinied. The reason why they mutinied is because a random voice in their head said shit was wrong. This was wrong. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta go. I gotta blow my nose. I hate. Oh, fucking allergies. This is just driving me insane. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm back. God, that was just gonna fucking drive me insane. Grab myself a Dr. Pepper. Got myself a Dr. Pepper here. Grabbed one while I was out. Blow my nose. Dr. Pepper. Now, yeah. In the Coke versus Pepsi war, I'm curious why Dr. Pepper is the closest to a third side in that battle that we have or something. It's the closest thing to a third side. It's like you play Star Wars Empire at War, then you play the expansion Forces of Corruption, and you got the Zan Consortium. Well, this is Dr. Pepper is the Zan Consortium of the Cola Wars. Personally, when it comes to Coke and Pepsi, I like to drink both. I like to drink both of them, you know. But I like to I like to I like both Pepsi and Coke equally. But when Coke is available, I'll go out of my way to get myself some Coke. You know? Personally, I think it's because yeah, my mom drinks Pepsi, didn't buy Pepsi that often. So like Coke was like, ooh, something new, and it was not so much a forbidden fruit but a rare one, you know? But yeah. Anyway, back to back to back to this review. And yeah, we got Mary Ray Sue. She steals a boat from the stormtroopers who also mutinied just like Finn. So she's driving this boat through stormy and choppy weather. Which yeah, and we got Poe with this line, "I'm not Leia." And then yeah, And then, yeah, Rey makes it to the wreck of the DS2 throne room, and a random door opens. Okay. Okay. The whole finding the second wayfinder. Why would Palpatine purposefully leave a knife to be a clue to get to his to get to the other wayfinder? Why would he purposefully make a knife? Why would he purposefully do that? Make a knife that leads to a second wayfinder. Is it because like he thinks he would forget? Is it because there's like no, he can't store that shit on a USB stick or something like that? No, he stores the information to find the wayfinder on a random ass knife he gives to some guy who hunts Jedi for him. Yeah, this really fucking stupid. And we get the wayfinder, and we find an evil Rey. She's got like a double lightsaber like Darth Maul that sort of flips around. It's basic a double lightsaber that like can or it's like a single lights. It's like two lightsabers that like fold together, I guess. Uh, it's like a foldable. I guess it's called like a foldable double lightsaber, similar to what Darth Maul has or had. Okay. No, the double lightsaber that Maul had, not very practical. Let's just put it mildly. It would be no. The what that was the what Maul's double lightsaber is supposed to be. It was supposed to be like it's like supposed to be like a bow staff or something, but it's supposed to function similarly like that, but like a lightsaber version of that, but like yeah, and not very practical when the blade can easily turn on yourself. Although I like the idea of having a lightsaber that's blade that has like a wider blade though. Like if you fold up what evil Rey if you fold up what the lightsaber that evil Rey had together, you'd have a lightsaber that's like double the width of a regular lightsaber. You have a lightsaber that's more like got like a wider blade. I like the idea of a wider bladed lightsaber. You know, I like that idea, but no, yeah, a double lightsaber. I gotta say that was sort of impractical. Sort of impractical. Although the lightsaber with the crossguard, oh, I like that. I like that idea. It works. It works. But too bad this is a terrible fucking movie sequel series for it to be implemented in. Yeah. Well, yeah, spot on. Spot on. These movies are spot on aesthetically, but plot-wise and everything, just fucking terrible garbage. And yeah, instead of fighting evil Rey, Rey fights Kylo Ren in the mirror room. And Rey plugs Kylo in the chest with the lightsaber, and then she heals him. Then Rey goes off alone. Leia dies. And Kylo sees a ghost of Han Solo. And he throws his lightsaber into the sea. Which, yeah, symbolically, that's a great moment. Symbolically, it's a great moment, but practically, Kylo Ren is going to be going off to fight Palpatine. I think the one thing you would need in that scenario is a fucking lightsaber. Because he doesn't have a fucking lightsaber to fight Palpatine with. You need a goddamn fucking lightsaber to fight Palpatine with. That's like going to fight Dracula and not bringing garlic and a wooden stake and a priest with you. It's like going off to fight Dracula without doing all that. Which, yeah, definitely, it's a harder fight to fight Dracula like that. You're definitely setting the difficulty up to high there. You're definitely playing with a goddamn handicap. And yeah, we have the Zeistin class Star Destroyers with the full fucking firepower of a goddamn fucking Death Star. Like the Zeistin class Star Destroyer, it blows up a planet, does it more messily than the Death Star, but still, it has a fucking super laser attached to the fucking underbelly that lets it blow up full fucking planets. Okay. Yeah, that kind of technology is like one component super laser of the Death Star. One component super laser of the Death Star required an Eclipse class super Star Destroyer frame to properly wield. It required something the size of a fucking Eclipse class Star Destroyer to fire. And that's just one component laser cannon or laser beam from a full Death Star. It required something the size of an Eclipse to properly wield, to properly power. You're looking at somehow in let's say 20 years, I guess say 20 or 30 years. Oh, we'll say 30 years from Return of the Jedi. 30 years from Return of the Jedi, they are able to fit a full Death Star super laser onto a Star Destroyer frame that is just a bit bigger than a regular Star Destroyer. Just a bit bigger. The Zeistin class, I think it's 1.5 or 1.8 times the length of a regular Star Destroyer, or the size of one. A regular first Star Destroyer But yeah. So you're looking at in the EU. Mm, in the EU, yeah, you had an Eclipse class superstar destroyer. You had the frame of that, and you had the super laser put into the frame of that, and that was the and that is what it was, and that's what it took to fire off or yeah. Oh my god. Like the full compressing that kind of firepower into that small a frame, and you're 30 years out from Return of the Jedi. I am calling complete bullshit on that. That kind of firepower compressed into that kind of frame, you're not seeing that kind of technology for another 200, maybe 500 years out from that kind of size compression, or that kind of technological compression. You are that you are you are 500 years, 200 years out from that. 30 years? No, not even close. I absolutely call bullshit on that. In the EU, it made sense that one single component super laser of a Star Destroyer, it had to be fitted onto something the size of an Eclipse class Super Star Destroyer in order to fully fire properly at full charge. But yeah, no, the Zeistin class, no, that's something 200, maybe 500 years from the future. This is fucking insane ass future tech that allow this is insane ass future tech. This is completely unrealistic to the goddamn fucking setting. Unrealistic to the fucking core of it. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then we have the random wheel droid that's named Dio. It's in the spaceship. Now, if you're gonna have a droid named Dio, get the voice actor who played Dio Brando in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The English cast voice actor. Get him. Get that guy. That would be awesome. Mm. And yeah, we got Rey burns her only way off of Ahch-To. And yeah, she finds a waterlogged X-Wing that's still functional and has no astromech droid. And yeah, we have Leia. She had a lightsaber and was a Jedi at some point. Okay. Just straight up ripping off the EU. The EU now. Straight up. Because Luke did train Leia to be a Jedi in the EU. And yeah, we have the X-Wing rises out of the water, maximizing the nostalgia. We're at peak nostalgia here. And yeah, we have the concept that ships don't have shields in atmosphere. So that allows for that. That allows for their attack on Exegol to be even fucking remotely possible. And yeah, I noticed that there were women everywhere in the background of them prepping. And we got a cavalry rush on a Star Destroyer. Which, yeah. And yeah, it got just a random stadium of Sith cultists. Do these Sith cultists, are they force sensitive? Are there force sensitive among them? No. Why? Who cares? Why? Why are all these Sith cultists here? And we got Palpatine calling Rey an Empress. God damn it. Just saying those fucking words. Palpatine calling Rey an Empress. I just wanna take I just wanna take some industrial strength Listerine and just wash my mouth out with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just saying those words. And then we have this gem that we have apparently all the Sith are inside Palpatine. You know, Palpatine just shoved all the Sith inside inside himself. You know, he just shoved it right up there. Did he use lube to shove all the Sith up into his body? Who knows? Who knows? And yeah, we have Kylo Ren gets to Exegol on a base TIE fighter, folks, that he found inside the wreck of the Death Star 2. Okay, yeah, base TIE fighters don't have fucking hyperdrives. Say this once and I'll say it again. The whole purpose of a TIE fighter is to have a cheap, disposable, easy to produce fighter you can put people into. They're starfighters on the fucking cheap. You don't put hyperdrives into them. That negates the purpose of them being cheap to make. So I guess Kylo Ren can somehow, he has the ability to open up portals into fucking hyperspace. He has the power to do that. And then he knows exactly how to get to Exegol. He knows exactly with the TIE fighter, he can open, I guess he can open portals into hyperspace. And I guess he can go all the way to, I guess he can go all the way to Exegol. Like that. And then we got Rey teleports the saber to Kylo. This is all for the purposes of giving, this is all done for the purpose of giving, Kylo Ren a blue lightsaber. Him throwing his lightsaber away. That was also they can have a blue lightsaber. You know what would have made Kylo Ren's fight with the Knights of Ren a lot more easier if he had a fucking lightsaber to fucking begin with. And you know what would have made the Knights of Ren fight with Kylo Ren easier? If they had lightsabers to fight Kylo Ren with. Yeah. And then, yeah, we got Palpatine draining the life out of Kylo and Rey to restore himself to full power. Oh, cool, cool. You know what, you know what would have restored his life to full power a lot quicker? A whole series of clones of himself. That's what would have done it. And yeah, we got a big ass, We got a big ass fleet arriving. We got a big ass fleet arrives. And we got a lot of copy and paste assets from Rogue One in that fleet. I framed by frame that that scene. And yeah, you got a lot of reused assets. Which I didn't think so apparently like the galaxy apparently everyone in the galaxy gets all their ships from like a few shipyards in the galaxy. There's only like 5 or 6 shipyards. I will say 3 or 4 shipyards. Everyone gets their ships from these specific shipyards, I guess. Which, yeah. I mean, if everyone in the galaxy is coming in, there should be way more ship classes than what's seen. And yeah, I wrote down, yeah, why aren't these ships crashing into each other? This is a motliest crew of ships here you got going. So there's not really that much coordination. Not really that much coordination between all these ships. So shouldn't they be crashing into each other? I mean, yeah, you'd have ships that are straight up going into hyperspace and then boom, crash into ships. Don't even exit out of hyperspace. So you have ships that can't deaccelerate. They go out of hyperspace, they can't deaccelerate fast enough, and then they ram into the behind of other ships. Like that. So yeah, why aren't there ships crashing into each other? I noticed that there was a ship from Rebels there. Okay, and then we have this. The Zeistin-class Star Destroyers exploding and not vaporizing large swaths around them. Okay, so when the Death Star 1 and the Death Star 2 blew up, they created huge-ass explosions. Huge-ass explosions. Now, the Zeistin-class Star Destroyer, you're looking at a ship that has similar power capabilities. You have a ship that has similar fuel requirements to the Death Star 2 and the Death Star 1. Let's just say that. You got if the Zeistin class Star Destroyer was scaled up to a regular Death Star, you would have a Death Star you'd have all of the components. You'd have a Death Star main dish cannon with a ship built behind it that has you'd somehow fit like Star Destroyer. You'd fit a few turbo lasers onto that. And at the end of that ship, you'd have some scaled up Star Destroyer engines to move that ship around. That is what functionally a Zeistin class is. It's a Star Destroyer super laser, few extra turbo laser, same turbo laser complement as a regular Star Destroyer, maybe a few extras with three engines that are slightly scaled up Star Destroyer engines. That is what a Zeistin class would be if everything was properly scaled. And yeah, you'd have the main reactor of the Death Star. You'd have all that. You'd have You'd have a similar fuel complement, a slightly, it'd be powering something. It would be a less power. The super laser of it would be less power. It'd be a less powerful. God, okay, yeah. Just imagine the Death Star super laser, slightly scaled down a bit. Power requirements, power and everything slightly scaled down, with like a few with a few more turbo lasers added to it than a regular base Star Destroyer, with few scaled up Star Destroyer engines attached to it. You'd have something like that. Now, if that exploded, now say say that exploded. You're looking at a explosion. Say you exploded. Say you took the theoretical ship that I have proposed. Say you take that ship and it blew up. That ship exploding, it would cause a similar explosion, maybe a scale little less explosion than a DS2, but definitely you're definitely looking at a very, very huge fireball. So yeah, you're looking at an So a Zaishin class Star Destroyer, if it explodes, if you blew it up, if you blew one of those things up, you're looking at a fireball similar to the Death Star 2. Very, very similar to a Death Star 2 blowing up. You're looking at something like that. You're looking at a fireball that's close to something like that. Maybe just a little less, but getting that right up there. Now, any ship caught in that fireball is going to get vaporized. It's going to straight up get vaporized. It's any ship surrounding the Zaishin class, when it blows up, it should get vaporized. Now, you have a shitload of Zaishin class Star Destroyers in close formation. So when one of those Zaishin class Star Destroyers goes up, and now remember, there's no shields when they're in atmosphere. When one of those Zaishin class Star Destroyers goes up, when it blows up, it's gonna be producing a huge ass fireball. Realistically, this is what should be happening. It's gonna be producing a huge ass fireball that is taking out every other Zaishin class that's around it. And those would be blowing up too, creating a cascading explosion of ships. Okay? A cascading explosion. You basically have a whole bunch of Death Star 2 ships. You basically have a whole bunch of near Death Star 2s in orbit around Exegol, hundreds of them, exploding, all in atmosphere around Exegol. So realistically, this is how the final battle should have played out. Lando comes in. He's got an ad hoc fleet with him. Whole bunch of ships come in. That's great. But then a whole bunch of straggler ships also come in. And with very little coordination amongst them, they start ramming into the ad hoc fleet the ships that came in late, they start, or just a little bit behind, and with little coordination amongst the other ships, they start ramming into the rear ends of all the other ships that are there. They start so ships start coming in, more organized groups start coming in, but then the less organized ships that come in start crashing into the rears of the other ships that jumped in. So, or they jump out of hyperspace, they can't deaccelerate fast enough, and they crash into ships. If they're not crashing into them in hyperspace, they're crashing into them as they deaccelerate out of hyperspace. So you have that. So the fleet comes in. The whole fleet comes in. Poe is like, yay! The whole fleet shows up. And then they start firing on the Zaishin class Star Destroyers with the shields, and their shields are down. The first Zaishin class Star Destroyer goes Fireball. And that vaporizes a lot of ships around it. It vaporizes a lot of the Allied. It vaporizes any Allied ships that are around it. Any Allied ad hoc, any of the ships that Lando brought in to help. The ships that are near that Zaishin class Star Destroyer get vaporized instantly. The fireball spreads to another Zaishin class Star Destroyer whose shields are down. And then that Zaishin class, the first one that blows up, it creates a fireball that hits the next 10 around it, or 20. And then those Zaishin class Star Destroyers, they start going up. They all start going up because they're in such a tight formation. They get caught in the fucking fireball. So you have the Allied fleet scrambling to get the fuck out of the fire, get out of the splash zone. You have the Allied fleet trying to get out of the splash zone. At this point, Poe Dameron's vaporized. At this point, the Sith Temple is vaporized too, because they're in atmosphere, and the fireballs of all those Zaishin class Star Destroyers, they're reaching the planet's surface. They're vaporizing everything. The whole Sith Temple's gone. Poe Dameron's vaporized. Maybe Lando's alive. He's in the Millennium Falcon. Maybe Lando's alive. In all likelihood, he's getting vaporized. Meanwhile, more and more ships from all over the galaxy are jumping in, crashing into each other. So that's realistically how this battle should play out. That is how this is real. This is how the battle should be playing out. You have a whole you basically have Exegol doing its best to basically mimic the planet, you basically them, fuck off. Star Trek The Undiscovered Country. You basically have Exegol doing its best Praxis impersonation. Meanwhile, a bunch of ships are just crashing into each other, who are just jumping in, who arrive late. You basically that's how the battle should be going. That's how this battle should go. You basically have Exegol doing its best Praxis impersonation, all while a whole bunch of ships from all over the galaxy start jumping in and hitting each other. This if you really fucking think about this shit, that is how it realistically should play out. Yes. Yes, folks. And yeah, we got people just randomly rising up against the Empire. We got a random ass. We got a ship crashing into Jakku again, and we have we got a random ass super star destroyer around Bespin. It just crashed. It just falls down and does that. You got Ewok. You got Ewoks looking up in the sky again, looking at a ship that blew up or something. And yeah, Lady Daft Punk lives. Realistically, she should be Vapor along with Poe Dameron. Realistically, yeah, Palpatine gets back to full health and is wearing swank ass robes because yeah. And yeah, Palpatine force lightning the fleet. He should again, like I pointed out before, should be vaporized. The whole planet should be scorched. And yeah, we got Rey hears a bunch of voices of the Jedi. Again, she should be vaporized. The yeah, she should be fucking vaporized. And Palpatine dies by getting hit by his own Force lightning for a third time. Guy can't fucking get a break with his Force lightning getting thrown back at him. And we got Kylo saves Rey and becomes a Force ghost. Yay! Yay! Woohoo! Again, these should be vaporized, so why they're not both Force ghosts doesn't beyond me. Should be vaporized along with the rest of Exegol, with all of those Zeistin class Star Destroyers in atmosphere blowing up around them, going up like miniature near Death Star 2s. And yeah, we have no fleet battle. You got all these ships brought in, all of them brought in. No fleet battle. And then yeah, in the celebration scene, there are a lot of women there. There's like a lot of women in the celebration scene when they get back to the planet. I guess Poe Dameron's Poe Dameron's small ragtag group. Uh, they had the people there. I guess they were at the base. Most of the fighter pilots are dead. I don't think that the I don't think that I don't think the Corellian Corvette they brought with them survived. So yeah, but we have a huge random ass celebration at the Rebel base. Yeah, I guess a lot more people survived that than I expected or something. I don't know. Apparently, did they bring people in there or something? And then yeah, we go. Yeah, and Rey got to Exegol without an astromech droid in her X-wing. For those of you who are not noticing this, for those of you who are noticing this shit, just to point that out there. And then Rey goes to Tatooine to bury Luke and Leia's lightsabers, a metaphor for how Disney has buried Star Wars. Yes. Yes. You have Really, really on point for that metaphor. Disney was really on. Jar Jar was really on point. Really, metaphor work is outstanding. You know, you got Mary Ray taking Luke's lightsaber, taking Leia's lightsaber, burying them in the ground, just like how Disney rammed this franchise into the ground. And then we get Rey Skywalker. And we have Luke and Leia's Force ghosts in the background with the setting suns. And then you have the end of the sequel trilogy. You get the end of the sequel trilogy. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, how was Lando? How did Lando? How did Lando assemble such a huge force? Such a huge fleet in such little time? Were they all just in groups or something? Were they all already in formation or something? And then just Lando just went there and called them up or something? Like, I don't know. This movie doesn't make sense on so many fucking levels. It takes it doesn't even try it doesn't even try to keep continuity with doesn't even try to keep continuity with the EU anymore. Apparently baseline TIE fighters had hyperdrives, or maybe Kylo Ren is just strong in the Force, able to go through hyperspace, open hyperspace portals at will. And even up and for some reason they even the upgraded TIE fighters have hyperdrives somehow. Even the upgraded TIE fighters that the First Order use have fucking hyperdrives. Now I guess it's because those a special unit of TIE fighters, but like holy shit, you're starting to stretch things. Like, yeah, you know, I looked up the special features to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I looked up the special features. I looked them up. There were no features. There's no, they didn't put any features in to to describe like how they came up with the story of this movie. Well, you know how they did that? They ripped off Dark Empire. That's what they did. Not didn't even do it good. So yeah, dear God, I am an hour. This is an hour and 24 minutes. In an hour and 24 minutes. Holy, this is just me. This is just me pointing out shit, technical shit. God, how long was my last Jedi review? How long was my last Jedi review? Only 34 minutes. Yeah, reviewing The Last Jedi, I was dejected about. Oh, I was really I was really dejected going into it, you know, because just fucking terrible. Just too fucking terrible. But yeah, this is an hour. This is over an hour long. And my Force Awaken video, it was somewhere hovering around an hour. So I guess Jar Jar Abrams is more egregious movie creator than Rian Johnson or Rian, however it's spelled, however it's pronounced. I guess Jar Jar is more egregious because I spent more time. My reviews went on longer. So, I don't know. But yeah, folks, this movie doesn't make sense in so many fucking levels. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Stay frosty. Stay sexy, San Diego. Get your chosen one where you can. I'm a spaceman. Peace out.